Hi, you guys, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, I am joined by my good friend Michelle. Michelle runs a company called Mom Sidekick, and she has a couple different elements to it. So, we're going to dive right in, and then we're actually going to transition and talk about a little bit about entrepreneurship and ADHD, which is a topic that I love talking about with you. And I love how you're removing that stigma around ADHD. And I hope we're going to do that through this episode as well. But can you just like take a couple minutes and introduce yourself and then tell us a little bit about what being a mother's helper is all about?
Hey, yeah. So, hi guys, I'm Michelle and I'm a mompreneur. Um, I'm in my 40s. I'll never reveal my actual age. And I feel like I'm 25 forever. And so I have two children, and one of them is a preteen and one is a teen. And when they were little, I did not have mother-in-laws. I didn't really have a mom, and I'm just like going into my story like right away. Sorry, but like I didn't
No,
have
I
like
love
that
it.
mom support.
This is a
Okay.
part I don't really know, so tell us.
Oh, okay. So I didn't have like that mom support, and my sister-in-laws were busy with their own families. And anyway, I was like super duper struggling. I was afraid of the pregnancy, and then when that, was fine, and I had the kids, I was like, all right, I got this. But then when my kids were like 3 and 5, I was just starting to like lose it. My house was a mess. I couldn't keep up with the laundry. I just like my husband had his own like responsibilities around the home to do, and I knew what mine were, but I just couldn't keep up with them, and I was like also in debt back then, and just didn't want to be like a stay-at-home mom. And I was also like I had a career in sales and was not fulfilling me, and I don't know. One day I was like, we're into superheroes, and we just loved the whole like superheroes and Disney movies, and they always have like a little like friend or a little helper, kind of like helping them and supporting them,
Sidekick.
right? Boosting them up. And so I was like, what if I could be that for somebody else? Like, what if I could be someone's like little helper, right? And
And
like,
that's how you came up with your name. I frigging love that. I had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I was like, if I'm struggling, there must be other moms in the world who are struggling. And I mean, I'm not like the smartest person in the world, like who is, but I was like, I can like just do this. I can like do dishes. I can do laundry. I can, like organize. And I hired an organizer to come to my house, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like I could have done that, right? And I was like, what if I could be an organizer too? And so that's just kind of what happened. I was thinking about how I can get myself out of debt and how I can help other moms and how I can like really get away from my four walls, because
Mhm.
that was driving me crazy too. I love being around my family, but I really just wanted to be around other people's families so I can see that I wasn't alone. I felt like alone as a mom too, and like I was the only one struggling
So it
until
gave you a little bit of a circle as well.
yeah, I have an amazing circle. And every single time I meet a new client, they're like, "Oh my gosh." And we have so much in common because they already know who I am, and they know like I know that they're struggling, and we just have so much like I just love it. Anyway, yeah, I love my little community, and I love that I get to help
Well, and I
moms.
feel like this has been such a success for you to build. Like why do you think there are so many moms that need this extra help?
I
I
think
mean,
there's
that maybe that's a dumb question because I get it.
Yeah, I think our society has changed, to be honest, from when we were born and raised,
Hmm.
because there used to be a community, like a village,
Hmm.
and now that village is like hours away. And there's all these extracurriculars, right? Because we want to put our kids in hockey and then baseball and dance, and it's like when you're away from the house, then you're not in the house and not maintaining the house. Whereas
Hmm.
our moms, I don't know about yours, but mine would lock the doors and say, "Okay, I'm gonna go clean my house, and you're gonna go play outside." And that we don't do that anymore. Like that's not acceptable in our society.
Hmm.
And so then we're in the house making messes in the house, right? And then there's no one, and then we're leaving the house and there's just no one like there to maintain it. So
Hmm.
society has changed, and our goals and how we raise our children have changed. a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. For
Mhm.
anybody that like just needs a little bit more clarity around like what a mother's helper does, can you give us some examples? I know you don't do all of these things, but I know there's like a wide range that maybe other mother's helpers might do.
Yeah, so I just pick the things that I'm good at, but
Hmm.
I have now seen it on Instagram where there are things that other people are good at. So I'm not a great baker, and I don't know, I cook because I have to, but not because I love to. And so burning is it's a thing, right? People like to have burnt food. Anyway, that's not my thing. My thing is like organizing and cleaning and laundry and dishes and like just like the mundane things. So like
Hmm.
maintaining is more or less the thing I like to do. But there are amazing mamas out there who can like bake and cook and meal prep and do all those things too. They can like party plan, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just kind of seeing a need
yeah,
that other women have because they
mhm,
don't have the bandwidth and
yeah.
filling that need.
Yeah. And like we're so amazing. We're so amazing as moms and women at different things. And that's what I love about I love the things that I'm good at, but I love the things that like you're good at, right? And we're all different. So anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
so
it kind of creates an ecosystem
it
of
does.
support in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I
So
love that.
yeah.
One of
Uh,
the things that you have started to do or transition into doing is helping other women start their very own mother's helpers business. Do you feel like there's a need in communities for this? Do you feel like there's like opportunity?
Oh, for sure. Yes. I'm on a lot of side hustle mom groups. And so there's like the moms who are looking for the extra income. And then there's a lot of groups I'm in, like mommy groups. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm struggling right now. I'm looking for a nanny, or I'm looking for like, and actually, it used to be I'm looking for a nanny. Now it's like I'm looking actually for a mother's helper, and here are the things I want them to do. And it has nothing to do with
Was
regular.
actually becoming more of a well-known
For
term.
sure. Like they're actually saying mother's
Mhm.
helper. Yeah. And it's just really cool to be like, this is one day going to be a recognizable career. Because right
Mhm.
now, when I'm applying for a loan or whatever, they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I guess you can classify me
A
as a
little of
housekeeper
everything.
or a cleaner, but I'm like, I'm actually a mother's helper. And they're like, what is that? So
Mhm.
yeah, there is definitely a need for it. I see it all the time in mom groups that they need that extra help. For sure. I'm like, who doesn't? We all need help.
And how have you like how do you help other people get started? Do you have a course? Do you have resources? What is it that you have for them?
I have this really awesome, very in-depth PDF on how to start a home service or sorry, a service-based business and with
Mhm.
the Mother's Helper, the things that I do, like laundry and dishes, and like breaks it down, how to actually do the things that I do efficiently.
Yeah, I
Um,
think you have like how to price, how to market yourself, how to get your
yeah,
first clients, which
yeah,
is awesome.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I love that. Because I think there's just like, yes, like there can be people that are looking for extra income, but what I love is that you're just helping them, you're giving them that like roadmap.
Yeah, the roadmap that I really wish I would have had.
Yes.
It's been 8 years since I've started this
Yeah.
business,
And
and
isn't that
kind of
amazing that you can take everything that you've learned, put it
yeah,
into one little package that's going to cut down so much time, so much stress, so much overwhelm, and help
mhm,
someone get started so much quicker?
for sure. Yeah, for like $44. That's pretty awesome.
Freaking awesome.
I
I
think
wish I
so.
had roadmaps for so many elements of starting my
Oh,
business.
me too. Me too. Yeah. So, yeah, and I love to teach people, and I even offer like a one-to-one call,
Hmm.
to get them like so like people would buy the PDF, they would read through it, and I know for myself when I buy a course or a PDF, I'm like, okay, this is great. Now I want you to hold my hand, and I want you to like take the next step with me,
Like
right?
you want someone to kind of help you implement and take those first
For
steps. So you do
sure.
offer that service as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I for sure do. Yep.
Love that.
And I love it.
We're going to talk, we're going to flip the switch and talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur with ADHD. But if someone is interested in learning how to become a mother's helper, where is the best way that they can get that information from you?
I have a Stan Store link. We can put it in the show notes, and
We absolutely can. It's
it's a
also on your
Stan.
Instagram, right?
It's on my Instagram too. Yeah, for sure. It
Perfect.
is.
What's your Instagram?
Why do you always? It's mom_sidekick.
I was gonna fill in the blanks if you didn't remember.
It's just because Lori
Mom
manages my
underscore
Instagram.
sidekick. I love that I know the story behind sidekick now. It actually makes it so much more perfect. I feel like maybe your logo needs a like a superhero cape on you.
I think yeah, I think it's time to change it. Yeah. I
It'd be
used to
super
actually have
cute.
that. I did have that and then I changed it and I was like, I'm gonna be a little bit more like minimalist and now I think I'm just gonna go back to my roots of just superheroes and yeah, little
Yeah,
sidekicks.
I think a lot of times in business when we grow and we evolve and we change, and
Yeah.
sometimes we really do have to go back to those basics and how do we get started? How do we find success in the beginning and kind of recreate those steps?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm going back.
I can't wait to
For
see.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, can we transition to talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur with ADHD? I know this is something that you are super duper open with. I know that some people will, I think there's some stigma around it and it being a weakness, but I actually think it's one of your superpowers in
Mhm.
that it makes you extremely creative. Like you're able to take action quicker than a lot of people in the world. And I think the ideas are just amazing.
Mhm.
But what do you feel is like some advice that is given all the time to entrepreneurs that really is not realistic for an ADHD brain?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure there's a bunch, and hopefully you can think of a couple.
I just feel okay. I was talking to a friend and she was starting a business and she said, "Oh, I joined this really amazing program and they're going to start with the business plan. We're going to do a
Mhm.
business plan." And I was like, "I don't have a business plan. I've been in business for 8 years. I don't know what the heck that is, and I'm doing great." So, I
So,
think that
yeah, because I think like an ADHD brain just takes action without
yeah.
worrying about that, which, to be honest, like I think is one of the methods for success. Like, I don't ever do all that planning or anything either.
hmm Yeah, I've never done a business plan. I just kind of do here's how much money I need to make, here's how much money I would love to make, and here's what I'm great at, and I'm gonna go do that. And then it just kind of
Yeah.
falls into place, and then that's why I hire an accountant and a bookkeeper to, kind of move me along. But yeah, a
Mhm.
business plan that for the ADHD brain, that would stop them from creating a business because it'd be like
Yeah.
all overwhelmed,
So, is
right?
it more like complicated or traditional systems that don't necessarily align with an ADHD brain?
For me, anyways, yes. I can't just say that for every ADHD brain, but
Right.
for me, for sure. It would be like the roadblock, and when there's a roadblock, sometimes we can't get past it. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah. So
Kind of sit there stalled.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where I just want to move. I just want to go.
Right.
Just
So
want to
how
take
do
the edge off.
you kind of combat some of those things because you have figured out how to move forward in your business,
Mhm.
and the truth is certain businesses do need certain elements of structure to them. So like
Yeah.
what are some of the ways that you think are conducive to like an ADHD brain and building a business?
Hiring a coach has like really helped me a lot. Also hiring a coach that understands what it's like to have a business and be a mom, that's humongous. I bounce a lot of ideas off of my friends, but only friends who are in business because they get it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a really good point because I think sometimes when we go too wide on the advice seeking,
yeah.
it can, I don't know about you, but and I don't have an ADHD brain, but I have a concussion brain. And so
Yeah.
like sometimes the overwhelm is what will shut my brain down when there's just too many things.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and as much as I hate this, like I hate it, but I have a planner and I actually use my planner, and the
Mhm.
planner has really helped me to stay focused on the goals that I'm working on, which is like the opposite of ADHD is and everything. So
Maybe is it like a pen and paper planner? Like is it
yeah,
do
yeah.
you
For
find
me
like
it is.
I would
Yeah.
imagine that that is actually more helpful because it's visual.
Yeah, for sure. Unless I lose it and then we're done. Like right now, like this week has been like off the rails because I don't know where my planner is. Anyway.
And are there certain systems that you do have in place that allow you to kind of thrive inside of like your business structure?
Yes, I have a booking app actually. So whenever a client asks me if I can do this and do that, I'll be like, okay, no problem. And I put them into my booking app, and then it sends me a reminder that I have to go to their house, and it sends them a reminder. So that's the only thing that really has helped. And a lot of my clients also have ADHD too, so they need reminders about, when to pay and then when I'm coming. So that has been like amazing. It's called Setmore. It's an amazing affordable app that I
All
use.
right.
So like that, and what else do I use? That's really it, honestly. Setmore is my big win.
Yeah. I mean, your every day is a little bit different for you. Do you find that that's actually helpful?
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
is.
would think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I can't have the same like client every single day. And even with kids, I have a before after school daycare program. And so the kids come and it's like a different day every day with them too. And then I go to the next client, I go to the client's house, and it's different at their house because they also have different demands on those like different days. And yeah, I love it. Like I love like just not being an organizer. I love just not being a
It's
cleaner.
like you're kind of like circling in an organized chaos.
Really? Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
like
amazing.
a
Yes.
beautiful chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I get a cancellation, I'm upset, but I'm also happy because then I can work on like other things on in my
Yeah.
digital side of the business, right? So like it's amazing.
I would imagine that this has taken some time to figure out, though. Like you didn't
Yeah.
start with the app that reminded people. You probably
Yeah.
had to forget a couple appointments till you realized that you needed something.
Yeah. It's embarrassing,
I
but
know
yeah.
you well.
It's true. Yeah. Or like you show up to the client's house and you're like, "Oh, I was supposed to be here today." No, you weren't. Oh, right. And then or the next week it's like a different client. "Oh, you're supposed to be here." I'm like, "Yeah, we talked about this already." It's just yes, that's for sure. A lot of embarrassment.
Meh,
Yeah.
I think like when somebody loves you and you're a genuine person, like it's just a moment.
It's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We
Do
just move
you,
on.
is there anything that you outsource? Like, do you find that they're outsourcing certain tasks that absolutely, I think you mentioned an accountant.
Yeah, I have an accountant and I have a bookkeeper and I had you
Mhm.
and for social media and for graphics. I
Yeah.
have
So
a
some
my
things like
yeah,
that are like actually just legitimately need to be like on a
for,
schedule that you can't commit yourself to. You just
for
outsource.
sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And that took a lot. It took a lot to realize that I can't do it all. You know?
Oh, doesn't it really? Like, honestly, like and I always tell my clients, and I probably have said this to you before, I do things for people not because they're not capable of doing them. They are capable of doing them, but because we're not meant to do every single thing. Like, no one has that level of capacity.
Yeah. And when you think about like business owners back 20 years ago, they didn't have to worry about social media. And social media is everything, right?
And they
And
absolutely had accountant bookkeepers as well, right? And
oh,
some of them
for
had
sure.
drivers.
Yeah, for sure. And that was one of the roadblocks actually that stopped me from wanting to have a business was the math behind it. Because I was like, I'm
Mm.
not a bookkeeper. I don't know how to do like what if I mess up my taxes and then, I get audited, right? So it's like
Hmm.
I don't care about how much it costs because this is
Hmm.
what's keeping me sane. And
I'm the same way. I need
yeah.
someone that does that element of my business because the mental capacity it would take me to learn. And I don't want that.
No. Yeah. If I wanted
So
to do that, I would have been in school for that.
100%. So
Yeah.
I get that it's a strategy for ADHD, but I do think it's just an entrepreneurial strategy overall is to look at what doesn't necessarily need to be you. You need to show up and take care of your clients. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need to keep your books. You
Nope.
need to, like, it needs to be your face and your voice recording your podcast. It doesn't necessarily need to be you that creates the graphics that promote that podcast.
Right. Yep, exactly. Yep. And that's one thing too, is that a lot of my clients, they used to struggle with, well, like asking for help for the like in the home in the household because they're like, well, I can do it. But yeah, you're right. Because you can do it doesn't mean that you should do it. You
Doesn't
can
mean that
do
you should.
everything. Yeah, you can't
Right.
do you can't do it all.
No, and if you don't have these magical little fairies that come in at night when you go to bed and like totally clean your house, then like outsource. It's
Yeah,
literally outsourcing
it's
is what someone is doing when they have you into their home.
that's right. Exactly. Yep.
It's just, and I like that that's a mother's helper because it's almost like you are an extension of these families. You are the person that allows their family to thrive and to keep
Yeah.
flowing. Because I know
Yeah.
for me, when my house is a disaster, it raises my anxiety. I feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed so much easier. Like
Hmm.
it creates a lot of turmoil in life.
Yeah, for sure it does. Yeah, you look around and you feel like all this mom guilt and why can't I keep the house up? Why like it just I can't find this. Like their mornings are just so frustrating. So, yeah, not
I
like
know
I
when I
don't.
used to bring someone into my home, people used to say, "Oh, it's just not something I can afford." And I always used to say, "Well, it is cheaper than divorce."
Yeah, yeah. I had a client say that before too. It is cheaper than a divorce. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Or
be like,
marriage
oh,
counseling, both. It's cheaper than both.
exactly. Yeah. They'd be like, oh, I'm going through like some financial troubles. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay. Just let me know. Give me lots of time. And they're like, no, 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 no. I'm not letting you go. No, no, no. No, you're
You're the
staying in
last thing
there.
it goes.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. It's a great feeling.
It is a really good feeling
Uh,
because at the end of the day, every single day when you sit down on your couch, you know that you've helped a family or multiple families.
True. Because when I was in sales, I was not helping families.
No.
I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. I wasn't helping my family whatsoever. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a
it's
really good
right.
feeling. I think it's nice to remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. I love seeing
Okay, I have
transformation.
got some like rapid fire truth versus myths for you for ADHD. And
Okay.
this was what like these were the tips, and I'm just intrigued to hear which ones are true and which ones are myths. But when I
Okay.
asked ChatGPT for tips around working your business with an ADHD brain, this is what it gave me. So I want you to tell me if it's truth or myth, okay? It's gonna be fun.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, keep systems visible, not hidden.
Truth?
I feel like that's your planner.
Yeah, but that's not true for every ADHD brain because I have a client who's has ADHD and she as everything is digital for her. So
Okay.
that's okay. You know what? So that's false. Well, I don't know. It depends on the person.
Both.
Okay, both. Okay.
Okay. Reduce steps wherever possible.
Yes, true.
True.
Yeah.
Use voice notes instead of typing everything.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a lot of voice notes.
Yeah. I just actually asked ChatGPT to make me an audio for something I was asking it to do for me so I could hear it, so I could like remember it.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was a teacher for many
Mhm.
years, and so they talk a lot about the different type of learners. And so
Mhm.
one is like an auditory learner, one is a visual learner. So it's just interesting, right? Like it is just
Mhm.
looking at the different ways that people learn and intake and process information. Like
Yep.
it's no different than that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay, build routines around energy, not perfection.
True.
True. One
True.
of the things that I was reading is like batching like activities.
Mhm.
And so that like let's say because an ADHD brain is magical when it's on fire, right? You can like it's almost like a superhero power when it's
Yep.
on fire. So if you
Yep.
were to sit down and do content, you could almost churn out a month's worth of content in the amount of time that someone else could do a week if you did it at the right time. Is that
Yes, but
true?
not for content. Content is my biggest, as you know,
Not
like
for content, but something else.
struggle. Yeah, for sure. Anything else but content.
All right,
What it
content is
is.
my superpower.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, time block loosely, not rigidly.
True.
Okay. Create repeatable systems. This is the one I'm wondering about. Create repeatable systems. I bet this is both.
Mm, I say for my business because it's a service-based business, true because it's consistent, it's repeatable, it's like bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, so true.
True.
That makes
So, do
sense.
you find that most things that you do in life are systematized the way you do them?
Yes. And I thrive
Like,
on it.
for
And
instance, when I come home, I put my keys in the same spot every
yes,
single time because otherwise I will never find my keys.
yes,
You too?
yes, yes. Even though I hate it, even though I'm like, I'm
I
gonna put my
know,
keys somewhere else, but yeah, it just works.
but I'm not going to because I will
No,
regret that tomorrow.
that's correct. Yeah.
Um, okay, two more.
Mhm.
Use good enough standards
Yes. Yep.
and have fewer priorities at one time.
Yes. Yes.
Like, what does that mean to you when I say that to you?
Um, well, I've learned over the years to pick a couple of priorities a day. So like have like your main things that you have to get done during the week, and you can like do a brain dump and then just pick a couple to do each day. Or even if just one of them is good enough. But yeah,
Yeah,
because
and I
if
feel like even having worked together, sometimes I will tell you, is that like something that you need to focus on right now? Or is
Mhm.
that something that you kind of like ponder and decide if it's important tomorrow?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And then when I have too many things on the to-do list, I definitely get overwhelmed and I'm like, I'm done. I know. Nothing's getting done today.
Exactly. I'm the same way though. Like if there's too many things on that list, none
Mhm.
of those things are getting done.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just, yeah, with the concussion or an ADHD
It's
brain, for
probably a
sure.
very similar brain.
Yeah. I've been told it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
whenever we talk, like a lot of the things that you will tell me, I'm like, oh yeah, that is me. That is me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
thank you so much for doing this with me
no
today. It's been amazing.
problem. Thank
Now, can you
you. This was
remind me
fun.
what your Instagram handle is for anybody that wants to go and follow you?
Mom_sidekick.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.